cancer. And she talked about surrendering to the cancer, which, of course, in my sensibility, I was like, what? Which she addresses. But walk us through how you can, what you're actually doing to surrender to something like your cancer treatment.
Yeah. So think about last night when you went to bed, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to turn off the lights, I'm going to put on my PJs, I'm going to get into bed, put my phone on airplane, and then you lay down, and then you just fall asleep. Like you're not doing anything. Your body just slips into this other state of consciousness, starts running a whole host of reparative functions, and then you wake up, you're like, oh, I feel great, I feel fresh and clean and bright and shiny, versus how you felt at 11 o'clock at night after a full day's work. And so similarly, when we do this type of meditation, you're not trying to meditate, right? You're not like,
hello, hello,
and then, you know,
it's me.
Through these mantras, it's like that letting go, that surrender happens.
Alright, let's try
and
this.
Cool, but when you let go in the practice, the brain starts flooding you with dopamine and serotonin, which are bliss chemicals.
Yes,
so
I am listening to a
so you start to trust
meditation
surrender,
thing.
And then the beautiful byproduct of that is that starts to bleed into your waking state. So because you're not so terrified of letting go, because you've been doing it every day, twice a day, you start to be like, oh, maybe I can just ride this wave of life. And so Kathy is the woman's name who was doing the meditation through her cancer treatment. And she said, you know, I didn't fight my cancer, I experienced my cancer. And I think that's a really powerful shift, because anything we push against, it's going to push back with equal and opposite force, right? Like what we resist persists. And so instead of going in and fighting cancer, she was healing. And she was experiencing it. When she was in pain, she was in pain. And when she would meditate, it would allow her body to run these reparative functions so that she still did a full, you know, Western medical treatment, but her ability to recover from those treatments was so much faster. Actually, her partner went to her doctor and said, hey, I don't know that the chemo is working, because she seems really happy and she seems present and she seems kind of healthy. Like, are you sure the chemo is working? And the doctor looks at her partner and said, she's bald. Chemo's working. Whatever she's doing is helping her to manage the intensity of these treatments. Most of us have been living our lives in a little bit of an out of balance, overdeveloped left brain individuality.
Yes, I'm drawing naked woman, deal with it. You don't like it, don't come to my channel.
So once you start taking that right brain to the gym through the meditation, just everything gets a little bit easier.
Why am I so contemptuous? I don't know, I'm trying to talk while listening. It's just an experiment.
Every week, and 90% of the hands go down. So what is it that breaks that? Why do people struggle?
Yeah, two things. One, people think they're too busy to meditate, and two, they think that the point is to clear the mind. Those are the two huge barriers for folks. If you're too busy to meditate, that just means that you're prioritizing things that make you money over things that make you happy. And so it's like, okay, well, what if there was a tool that could actually make you more money and have better sex? Oh yeah, and you're going to be a nicer person and enjoy your life a lot more. Everyone would say yes to that. Like, when you frame it like, are you willing to invest 2% of your day to make the other 98% more amazing? The answer is, of course. Where I think that people have a block is that a lot of people have been doing like a free mindfulness app that they downloaded, did it for 4 or 5 days, didn't really see a return on their time.
Okay, so I shut that up because I'm unable to concentrate on what is that I'm doing right here. Even though I understand, I'm just supposed to get a gesture. I would like to believe that this is something I could go back to and do something more if need be. Guess what? It seems to be working. Always throughout the year. Andrew Loomis says, I love this motherfuck. Yeah, that's what I would love to do to her. I find her both beautiful and erotic. Okay, let's see, maybe here. Okay. I'm taking models from... Yikes, not this one. I'm taking models from lineofaction.com. I'm doing that 30 minutes right now. After 30 minutes I'm gonna be doing what am I going to be doing? I'm gonna be doing it's not true that I can do this without interruptions right now. I have I'm a caregiver for my mother. I will have interruptions. So unless your life is so perfect that you can be a grown-up that doesn't hold interruptions in life, that doesn't throw curves at, yeah, well, this is not a job, necessarily speaking. Or not yet, but if I can grow an audience, I can understand that this is more than just something that I might be able to afford some privacy. But I still need to be a caregiver. Just will be able to, get one of those co-working offices with some space for privacy. I'm doing a lot of lines and I shouldn't be doing so many lines. We know that, don't we? Okay. This was working a lot better back in school. I don't teach art, obviously, but I teach English, which might not be is my strength, my biggest treat, my talent to use in the world, a language. But it has served me well for years now. Started like a hobby, and I guess it created and imprinted the option that in my head that you can get an income from your hobbies, and that's what I'm trying now. And it just looks like that, it just feels like that, that you're Tú debes de estar confundida, o había un tipo igualito a mí. Alright, so no, I'm not a good singer. I'm practicing singing because we have this event at school. Batesy Davis. Look at that. Grandma is still has it. Let me tell you, I don't think I would mind. Well, I'm not sure for date, but I sound too much like a rat pack. But yeah, I mean, people want to say that was a horrible time. It was not necessarily a horrible time for many other things. There are some things from that time of the rat pack that should die with the rat pack, of course. There are others that shouldn't have. The way we could have been offensive without really having people, oh my god, chastised or feeling chastised, because like you're lashing at people, like they really remove freedom from a lot of things when you have to be politically correct all the time. That's not civility. That's we understand that people can go wrong. I mean, I just saw a video that the man was making all forms of racial statements against people trying to against anyone that was trying to go into the US. And right, I mean, you don't want people to go into the US. Respect others people's resources and keep your interest to yourselves. You must invest in other countries don't interfere in their politics. That should be good enough. But of course, the pains of an empire, right? You don't want immigrants, but you want to take and plunder other countries' resources. Anyway, me rambling at my 41-year-old rambling. What a surprise there, huh? And I did find that offensive, but I guess what he deserved was somebody else making a video to respond to it, not lashing at him, but making fun of the same things he was making fun of, just like, you know, going for the same type of comedy. And look at this cracker saying that he knows stuff. I'm a cracker and I don't know shit. You know, kind of thing like that. Does that make a better life? Well, no, but at least it blows the steam that countries and people hold, and it's not gonna create a war. I mean, comedy is not going to create a war. Countries telling other countries how their politics should be run, that creates war. And it should create resistance. And it should have people talk about nationalism. Well, I don't come from a country I can say much about nationalism. I mean, we've never known how to live, and all of our products have been always sold outside of our country. And in order for that country to be able to sell products outside of the country, we have had to the Spanish crown decided that we deserved our independence, so that the money they were lending, the gold that was being used, both extracted, they had been extracted partially from our country, the silver especially. That's why I'm gonna call the channel Silver Penny. The silver that was being used for, yeah, I'm not Bob Ross, I'm not trying to give an ASMR moment, although that might be valuable about art, right? It's therapy. But the way I see it, the way I feel art, the way art works for me is if I ramble, when I'm not yeah, I'm using too many lines, I know that. I should economize my lines a lot more. But anyway, what was I saying? The way our country decided that it was going to be better is if we were independent. But the crown, the Spanish crown, had this amazing plan where the gold they had extracted from our countries, from our territories in Central America, was better to be provided as a loan, so that they could profit from it. It was a lot more profitable to say we gave them a loan than to say the land, the Spanish land in Central America needs attention and we need to give them gold that we already took from them. We don't want to return it, so we are just saying we just are taking care of the land. Could the people that came here, could the conquerors, could that people have saved the country? Could they have done something better? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I want to believe so, but to be honest, our country has never taken care of itself. We have always depended of foreign power, and that's a vice. It's an addiction. But we really, I mean, it doesn't make any sense that you try to sell a product that is valued also somewhere else for more than thousands, where you could sell it here. You'd rather sell it to that other market. And it was the beginning of globalization here for us, because our product was never perfectly valued here, and it was our products were even secrets to us, or reserved for exporting, to be exported. And that's the whole thing, that's the whole deal, that's how it goes. For us, we started with gold, silver, and textile inks and dyes, and we from that we moved to coffee, banana, and oil. Now it's African palm oil, which is going to destroy this country more than we have ever seen. We're about to eat shit, as we say here. Eat shit is not necessarily an insult. Eat shit is a situation. You're in such a situation that where you're the only thing that's going to give you sustenance is to eat shit. And it's a way of talking, of course. It's not positive, it's not strong, it's not about strength, it's about, I'm gonna say, it's just about sarcasm, which makes sarcasm invalid, of course, because it's showing you how little value it really has. But at least keeps people alive. I mean, so humor is a form of survivor. It gives you part of the attitude that you need to survive it, although it doesn't give you the right attitude. When it's such a level of sarcasm, it doesn't give you the tools to to properly survive, to grow and expand. I guess humor is a wonderful part of our lives, and we need it. We even need sarcasm. What we need to be careful is to be sarcastic with cynicism. Because when we hit that wall, we hit that moment in which we want to be cynical and sarcastic, we fall into one problem. We might become monsters because we are becoming desensitized. And although they are both wonderful tools for coping, you cannot deny it's a coping tool. Coping, people say it like it's a horrible thing, but to be honest, you have to cope with things in life that you cannot change. And things that fall into poor governments, corrupted governments, people that you trust, giving you not only the finger but stabbing you in the back in many different ways. When you live that, you I did not draw the gesture here. Why didn't I draw the gesture? Are we here yet? Can we be real? Can I sneeze, yawn, not look energetic? Just try to do my best with my skill for drawing, trying to create art, trying to stay creative in a world that just wants to see me sink in nothing else but production. I call this my form of production. I do have other plans for my channel, and I hope I can use this. If you're not watching, if there's someone watching, let me see. Let's pause this and let's see if someone is watching. Hello? Anybody? Hi, that one viewer. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? It's funny to see myself. And you want to say something? Why don't you drop a line or something? Or are you a bot? Yeah, if you're a bot, it's wonderful to see you. Even if you're a bot, I mean, I get some. It feels good to see that one person right there, staying for this 20 minutes of me rambling, talking crap and trying to draw. Yeah, right now we're just getting a gesture. Right now it's a 5-minute sketch. Oh, look at me, I'm all excited because I have 1 viewer. To be honest, yeah, I mean, but talk to me, dude. I mean, my children, my students, I've told them I have a Twitch. I Twitch sometimes. I don't do it consistently. Well, I would love to actually make it in Twitch by playing video games, of course. The fact is I suck at video games. And I guess they say you don't have to be good, you just have to provide a good environment to your viewers, to give them some value. Like some kind of a relationship, I suppose you would call it that. Take care of your community. But the fact is I don't. It's not like I don't want to build an audience. It's just that I don't know if I want to be playing games that much. And the only thing that I want to play, they're not the games that are out there right now. I don't want to play Fortnite, for example. I don't think I'm part of the age group that should be playing Fortnite. And even worse, I don't think I'm part of the. I don't think I'm part of the people that should be playing Fortnite. And I hate the game. I hate that game. I like CS:GO, Counter-Strike Global Offense. I enjoy that one. It's the same premise as Fortnite, but the kind of a story is a little different, and I already know how things work in CS:GO, so there's a bit of a comfort zone there. But it's a video game. You're supposed to feel comfortable with it, you know. And so but it's not what I Twitch. What I Twitch is the games that I love, which are the very scary games, like Outlast. It's a very scary game. Or the games I've become somewhat good at, which are like Alice Madness Returns. I've become a bit good at it. I love that game. Love it. It's a simple adventure game. Not so much of a role-playing game. Very story-driven, in my opinion. I don't know, I just love that game for many different reasons. I love the art in that game. I love the characters, the development of the characters. I love what they did with Lewis Carroll's world, and even with Tim Burton's world, because I think Tim Burton took some things from the video game and actually used them. Not necessarily like that, but I do think he took elements from the video game and used them in his movies. I don't know, what do you think? Do you have something to say, but? Oh, let me see something. Lay, la, 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 la. I have a gig in some months, and I've been practicing for just 2. Oh my god, I'm a little scared. What do we get? Yep. Okay, I should have to make lay, lay. Let me see on my mouth if I'm doing things. Lay, 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 tongue. My tongue is really big. It's a very powerful muscle I have. Some women have said so. But la 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 ha. I'm not. I want to tense the jaw, but la. Oh, there we go. La ha 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 le le ha. My throat moved. No, my throat definitely moved there. I have to stop making mouth faces when I'm gesturing. La la le 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 just wanna sing better. I wanna sing decently, I guess. It's for an event I have. There we go. At the school I work, we have an event, and that event is like a talent show, something like that. We are supposed to participate, and teachers are encouraged, although it's not necessarily mandatory. But you do score some. It's a private school, so you do score some points with the owners of that school. So I'm trying to learn how to sing as well. Relevant, huh? But I wanted to see my tongue. I wanted to see if I was doing it right. At least the practice, and I'm trying. Okay, so we have a black canvas because we want not perfectly white, but very white option. La lay 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 no la it's kind of a smile there. La lay hi oh ha 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 he 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 ha 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 he 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 ho 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 ooh 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 ooh. It's just like to place my tongue all perfectly in the base of my mouth. I have an issue. And I have an interruption right now. So please do not go away. Anyway, so we're back. Guess who's back? Sounds extremely 41-year-old. Why is it so bad to be middle-aged? I mean, we want to be middle-aged, we want to live, we want to experience. Why is it so bad that we're middle-aged? I don't get it. I guess it's bad while you get here. But once you're here, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hate it myself? I hated being a teenager. God, did I hate it. That's the worst part. We hate life, especially because I was very spoiled. And right now that things are my responsibility, things have been my responsibility for quite a while. Well, it's not easy, but I find it more enjoyable. Of course, I would like to have my dad's ease to make money. He was really good at making money. I am challenged, no matter, to put it in a simple way. I'm quite challenged when it comes to making money, especially because I have a very creative mind, which is something they realized my parents had cultivated in me, but they didn't want me to just be a creative mind, and they didn't want me to try to exploit it if it's not through nothing else but a hobby, which of course is a serious internal conflict of mine, because I want to believe that creativity is gonna take me forward, that I can have both a creative mind as an industrious mind and a practical mind, not just an experimenting mind that is trying to see what works. But a precise industrious mind, you know, and someone that cannot be sort of romantic about it. I had understood a lot of what the romantic word meant until I heard Gary Vee. Yeah, of all people, right? And Gary Vee saying that you cannot think of things in a romantic way. I had understood it, like I had understood it, that you cannot just go and think that things are just gonna work just because you want them to work. Well, the fact is, I guess YouTube and a lot of the internet have proven to that if you actually are at it consistently and you care to do things I'm not gonna say in a good way, but I remember seeing a lot of people just dissing, going into somebody's video and saying, this video doesn't work, you should watch mine, which of course it doesn't. It was aggressive, absolutely non-ethical, and I'm not sure if it actually worked for anyone. I think the only thing that created was a lot of people not it prevented me from actually, I mean, when I used to watch a video like that, a comment like that, it lost value to me entirely. I didn't want to know about this person, I didn't want to care about this person for telling me that their video was better. And then you go with something full of ads, and we all learned fast that whomever was saying you should watch my video, fuck this guy, fuck these creators, they don't know anything, I do. I don't know, I think YouTube was had to become a collaboration system that needed nothing else but co-op in the best way the internet can offer. No si kablayat. But you know, competition through cooperation in a world much more Ubuntu than the actual idea of competition itself. That is the world that we want. Not so much a world of competition and success. Not that we don't want success, but not to live for success. To enjoy the process, to have fun with it. To love the passion. I am so sleepy, and I'm not sure if you can really tell. I'm making a horrible video. So what? Every video should be great. It's been 123 days since I had posted a video. Do I regret it? I needed to learn some skills, and I needed to get organized in different ways. And this is the only thing I can do that is a bit improvised. I fucked up. Should I be trying to do this, the blending? I mean, with everything that Krita can do and the blending modes and everything, I think I'm kind of like cheating my own self, considering everything I could do with Krita. But I want this to look very organic, very as organic as possible. I'm blending, but yeah, I mean, even the blending, I want it to look as traditional media as possible. I've been trying to practice to sing Hosier's Take Me to Church. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. Don't think so though. It's proven to be more difficult than I expected. And I don't have that much time. I have like 3 months to practice the song. And I want to practice at least 3 or 4 songs. Maybe concentrating only one, it will be better, but I don't know. And I'm supposed to have my students, I'm supposed to have my group, which is the equivalent to 8th grade, perform something, which we should also practice, or at least agree on what is it that we're going to do. But I'm still not sure. I want to try I have a Nat King Cole song. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love before. That's kind of working, in my opinion. Or I'll Cover You from Rent. But reprise when we are at Angel's funeral. And Angel's funeral is live in my house, I'll be your tenant, just pay me back with 1,000 sweet kisses, be my lover, and I'll cover you. Yeah. I'm sitting down, can do it right now. I should be able to do it, I know. But I started practicing that song today. I should pay a coach, but to be honest, I can't afford paying a coach. So I have to watch as many YouTube videos as I can. And I've been doing vocals. I've been doing exercises, the warm-up exercises and things you should do every day and stuff like that. Correcting all my line mistakes through blending. Who do we have here? Let's see. Hi. Hello. Dude, you're here. Talk to me. Do that. Don't speak English. How about Español? Eu não falo português. Não bom. Portunhol? Je ne parle pas français. Je ne parle pas français. Mon français c'est très limité. Je crois qu'il peut parle oh, look at my drawing. I can actually see it from here. Look at that. Looks a little better than I expected, but it doesn't look much like the original. We get the gesture though. That's a good thing. We get the gesture. I started doing this when I was trying to make videos with me doing studies in charcoal, and that's still something I care for. Making studies with charcoal, understanding from the old masters, trying to learn from them. To be honest, you see a lot of mistakes when you're doing studies. You see a lot of mistakes that were covered in one way or another, or since at the distance it doesn't really show. Like for example, I love the 3 graces from Rubens, because I love the Rubenesque figure. But I love the Rubenesque figure. And I realized that some of the work on the shoulders and how the hands were moving, especially in one of the ladies in Rubens' 3 graces, was not anatomically correct. The twist on the shoulders and the way the breast should have actually fallen was not what something that should have been regarded as precise. It was good. It was very good, but it was not precise. So you had areas that you say, okay, he painted over this. You're like, no, I'm not gonna give a fuck about this. And it looks like what it looks like. You can get it. Do you understand it? Yes, we understand it. Okay, so yeah. More like that. Or somebody helped him and he dealt with it. Like, yeah, thank you for that. You were not supposed to do it perfect because I'm Rubens and you're not. Oh, the ones I can think of in my head. I mean, one of my studies, the one I loved the most because it was something it worked for me, was the girl with the pearl earring. And I didn't do it because of the movie. I did it because I wanted to do the study. And for me, it worked. It just worked. And I think this works too. Alright. Well, to that one spectator that didn't care to interact. Hey there. I'm not sure if it's just YouTube saying you have one spectator, you have one viewer. But yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here with me. I'm gonna go right now because I need to work on trying to get an animation working. I should post something about that, but I actually I don't wanna do the work in progress. I should, of course, but I'm gonna try to do something, and when I have it ready, I will post about it. Yeah. So, thank you very much for staying with me, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.